Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. You're very welcome to follow any of our signals, automated to trade, as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. For the ones that just joined us, the blue chart here are connected to this market analyzer. Is an automated to trade, and you can use a full automated to trade or an ATM. You will have the new signal here on the first column and then sell. As an example, you have a NASDAQ, you will get a new signal, sell. Now it is buy 898925. We have 25 ticks so far on the NASDAQ based on one contract. And if we look at the CL, this is an automated to trade. It just hit the target on the CL. It is all in 1 minute. And as we look at the CL, the signal was 59.75, target 59.21, right on target hit, as you see here with the CL. And the market analyzer is based on one contract, is 53 ticks from the last entry signal. It's not the whole day, it's the last entry signal. It is a 54 ticks on the market analyzer. Based on one contract. On the auto trade, we have two contracts, and then it is 1100. On the right market analyzer is the same, and as you see here, as an example, if we take Russell, or if we take the gold, those are the scalpers, and the scalpers are connected to the right upper corner market analyzer, and it is based on a 15-second, and this is really it is one of my favorite. You can sit down and nail the trades all day long on those trade. And then we will be sharing, we are testing a new automated to trade. We have not released it yet. We are testing it, of course. Right now we are testing it on sim, and it just closed a trade on the ES, and it's been constantly every day 1200, 1400, somewhere around that range, and it just closed the trade right now as we speak. Closed the last trade, and it is doing an extreme job. And right now we have a new trade on the Russell, and we can see, and we are testing it on a sim. We're not going live with it yet, but we should be going live with it very soon. But the main concern is the ES, and this is the trades for the ES, and there is not even one losing trade on the ES, and this is really looking forward releasing that auto trade very soon to our traders. It's the same auto trade. Also, I like to share. Let me see, where is the ES? It's the same auto trade, but different entry, because on this auto trade have a lot of entries and filters and all this. But this is also the same. We are testing it on a sim. And let's look at the Russell, see where we are in the Russell. The Russell is doing very fine. Let's look at the CL trade. The CL trade, we are doing very fine. So far, we have almost $600 in that trade. This is a really amazing. And let's look at the YM, and the YM also just closed a trade, and it has been doing an extreme very nice, and the beauty about it, that you can scalp it and you can swing trade it. It's been doing a very nice job, and very friendly use, and we will be releasing it very soon, maybe within a week or so. We still adding just news to our traders. We're adding one entry because we have some people like Renko bar. I don't. Personally, I don't like Renko bars. They're good for reversals, but and they are perfect for reversal Renko bar. But I'm not gonna make a bet in my life on a Renko bar. But we are adding because we have some traders requested. Um, so we are adding one entry, one specific entry is only works on Renko bar. So for the guys don't feel like want to mess with an auto trade, that you just put it on a Renko bar and an entry for a Renko bar and then let it be. So and then if the ones they want it to be a little bit more advanced, you can get more advanced on it. And it does not have to be 4 contracts, but we are testing it right now on a sim with 4 contracts. Um, we are stressing the auto trade all the way, day and night, and trying to put the auto trade under stress when the market is a little bit chop, and this is where we can see how things work with the auto trade, because my main concern is to how is the auto trade running under stress. When what I mean by stress, when the market is just sideways and there is no direction. During those years, the last 10 years, traders failed to read that, and we jumped, we screamed, we sit down in private webinars for the last 10 years trying to teach the traders when you can hold the trades on an auto trade and then start again in 15 minutes. But it was no success. Some traders do not recognize when the market is flat, sideways, chop. They don't understand. They're just interested in looking at numbers. So what we are doing, of course, we have learned a lot how traders behave on an auto trade for the last 10 years. We have built a very good experience how amateur traders abuse auto trades. So this one here is one of the best job we ever done, and it's been the longest auto trade. Took us. I've been struggling with that auto trade for over a year, and we went on a full this last 3 months nonstop. We have rebuilt the algorithm over 50 times because I wanted smart entries. And now this is the one I am really happy about. Is non-stop. We are testing this, and this one here on our test. Let me show you something. I don't like to show things like this, but let me show you because we are testing it on a sim. And I want to show you what we have on that one. Sorry guys, my gin is froze. Let me show you something very interesting. This is what we are testing right now, and when you are testing You start on a sim account with 100,000, and when you start on a sim account with 100,000, and now we are on a sim, of course, on this, to make sure all the bugs are ironed, and what we have in a matter of a couple weeks, what we have done, we went in from $100,000 on a sim account to 40,000. So it's 140,000 in just a couple weeks. And of course, that is included CL, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones. Doing this testing here, I'm not chasing YM, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, because what happened on this auto trade, I was embarrassed to show yesterday, but we have a profit $15,000 yesterday. And it nailed 40,000 within a couple weeks on that auto trade. And this is where there is some entries. We have some entries because we are still under test. We have an example. The NASDAQ today nailed 4,790. I will show it to you. But this is not it. What I wanted, here is what I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it differently right now because there is no such things in the trade and say, I only trade NASDAQ, I only trade ES, because sometimes the ES is not going anywhere and we need a direction or we need to earn our bread today. So sometimes when the ES and NASDAQ, they're not doing well, the CL is on a move, so you need to switch. So a dealer is a dealer. A trader is a trader. You cannot say, I want to trade orange middle of the night or middle of the winter, and say, I only trade. You have to trade orange, coffee, anything. As a businessman, you have to order container orange to trade or coffee. You cannot say, I only trade one slab. So what we are approaching the auto trades this time in a different manner where my nightmare is the amateur traders. This is my nightmare because no matter what you say to him, he's not going to listen, and we have give in on that idea. So for that guy is the amateur trader. He only looked numbers. He's not interested in the market movement. It's not going to be the Holy Grail. No, I'm not going to say it's going to be the Holy Grail. That's mean I'm misleading here. But to keep this guy on a certain level, what we are doing, we are testing with all those entry. And let's say on the symmetry here, the best performance out of the whole instruments is the ES. It's nailing. Again, guys, it's nailing average is around 1,200 a day. But tomorrow could be in the down at 1,200. I cannot guarantee. There is no guarantee in the trading that tomorrow I will make 10,000 or I'll lose 10,000. There is nothing guaranteed in the trading. Monday is another day, but the average it is around 1,200 a day on the ES. So what now we are doing is, if you want to trade ES, you put that set in here and don't trade anything else anymore. This is the way we are directing, or we are gonna split those traders. When you see a guy don't know anything about trading, and when he asks, how much you think I should make next month? Yeah, right, how many fish you're gonna be catching next month if you are in the water? I don't know. You can go walk away with a big banana, or you can walk away with a big fat check with 100,000. I have no idea, So at least what we are designing, and that's what is taken, is not gluing a couple indicators together and call it an auto trade and send it out and ship it out to the clients. But what we are trying to say, how we are, and it is a nightmare, how we gonna have a guy if is refusing to look at the market. Actually, we had a guy yesterday calling us to load a chart for him, and so that guy, how he is gonna read the market? He has no way to read the market. So what we are gonna say to those amateur traders, stay on that chart, use 350 ticks. If you are on a 2 contract, it's 500. If you are on 4 contract, 1,000. And you're gonna win some, and you're gonna lose some. And you start around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then have a nice life. And then we update you, because this we are constantly update. I mean, we are not we don't have a problem with updates. We are constantly updating, but it's no longer. We want that trader to. I don't want to support that kind of trader if he is not listening to have him a trade ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, and he don't know what he's doing. So what we are doing, we are making templates, and when a guy have a low account, low experience, we gonna go ahead and set it up for him on a smaller target every day, and I can monitor it from here, what's going on, and say, okay, have a nice life. If you want to trade CL, here's your percentage on the CL, here is your risk on the CL, then have a nice life. So also, we are doing this to the traders, and but despite the performance, they are extremely good performance. 40,000 within a couple of weeks. This is an extreme. This is very good. 40,000 within a couple of weeks, which we were around New Year Eve. I mean, it was nothing moving, and it was the best time to start testing the system, because this is where the most chop market and there is no performance. So right now we are going into the performance, and this is a really very good about it, how things going with it. And I'm taking a little time before I send it out, because we still have a couple bugs. We are waiting on fixing it. When I was live on Tuesday, it was an error came out and messed up my whole NinjaTrader 8. So we are working on it as we speak right now. For the last couple of years, I have been trying, and I have put many hours. I have put 2 years non-stop here, live on the YouTube, in front of everybody. And I have sit down and got a really excitement about teaching automated trade with, you let the auto trade, like what you see here. The auto trade is taking the trades, and you just monitor the trade, or you can increase the target, decrease the target. As an example here, on the CL, the target should be, the automated trade should be putting it at 58.91. And if you don't mess with it, you would have been out by now. But what I did here on this one here, I can extend the target, or I can go back where the system telling me to exit, or I can increase it myself. I find that kind of trading for the traders where you hear very often that he's sick and tired of his job, and he wanted to stop working and trading. Very nice words to say. If you are sick and tired of your job, and you want to have a career, you need to work on it. It does not come on a comes delivered in a box to you, to your home. So this one here, this kind of trading, We are a tool providers, and it require for the trader to learn. And we try to do that. We did this. We teach for over a year, 2 years actually, on a YouTube nonstop every day, except on Monday where we have a private webinar. To me, if I wanted to have a career, you call it career, you need to start from here. If you are sick and tired of your job, this is the way it is. This is how life works. If you put your head in the sand for a year, work hard on it, and then you will pay off the rest of your life and understand the market and trade the market. This is a career. But by just activating auto trade, this is not a career. Even if the auto trade making money, it's not a career. You're not doing anything. An auto trade, if this market working today, you're gonna outrun every single trader has been trading for 20 years, without a doubt. It's very good, very stable. But if you want to expand your career and you want to take it seriously about switching jobs, this is not the right direction. I don't want to sit down and give you a hot air balloon and tell you, I teach you how to turn on and off auto trade, and you sit on the balcony watching the water, and the money is coming in. I wish it is as simple as that. It's not, because some days you're gonna have a very nice trade, and you will be making enough money for the whole week in one trade. But there is also some days where the market is sideways, like what happened in the months of around the Thanksgiving and Christmas. You cannot auto trade. If you are around the summer now, or around the summer holidays when the kids are out of school, you cannot auto trade. So you need to know when to auto trade and when not to auto trade, and what time you need to start auto trade and what time. One of the questions we had a couple of traders asking me, Sam, what time I need to start my ES auto trade tomorrow? How would I know? Should I, put my finger up in the air and see how the air blowing? I mean, how would I know if the ES going up and down tomorrow? I have no clue. Until 9:30, when the market's open, I can open the chart here. I can see this ES today having a problem. It's not going anywhere. It's staying on the same level here. Now I can tell you the ES is coming here to this area here, and there is a resistance, and it's going to be most of the day short, because there is a very hard areas, and it doesn't seem like it's going to able to break all those areas. Because today is Friday, 10/12, we just opened the market. I know how to read the market, and I know what I'm expecting for the market today. But if you ask me how is it going to happen on Monday, I have no clue what will happen over the weekend, what kind of news is going to be over the weekend. I don't know if there's anybody be running the market on the Monday 9 o'clock or 9:30. So I cannot predict the future. We can provide tools, but you still have to evaluate day by day when you come in and open your Ninja. You don't just this is it is we trying very hard to build. We're always building a new things, but this is one of the best job we ever done. Really, in 10 years, what we are doing something for. It's not about auto trade. Everybody can make an auto trade, but it is how this guy not to get in trouble, and that it is a nightmare building something for a guy don't get in trouble. This is really a nightmare. So as an example on this one here, the system, the ES has become this is today's trade, and they're all winning. And stay on the ES. If we want to look at the YM is not the best performance on that type of an entry. It's not the best performance. It's going left and right. It's all over the place. I don't like it on the YM, but I like it on the ES. So the way it is, for the guy don't know what he's doing, stay on the ES and call it off. So this is what it is. This is a different type of an entry. This is a different type of an entry, and is working on the CL extremely well. If you want the CL, this is the template for the CL. That's how we're gonna work it. That one instrument have, and what I'm doing right now, it is I'm concentrating on three instruments. I'm concentrating on NASDAQ, ES, and CL. Of course, you will have the YM, you can have it, and the Russell, you can have it, but those are the ones I'm concentrating on. And because for that trader, doesn't matter. The one doesn't want to learn at the market, doesn't matter if you give him an ES, a CL, or a NASDAQ. He cannot even tell the difference between those three. He just want to look at numbers. And for the guys looking at the numbers, so this is the treatment they get. So they will get either this or this. They get all of it. But I mean, we say, okay, if you want to trade the ES, this is the way to trade in ES. If this you want the CL, and stay on those two charts only. Don't be all over the place. Stay on those two charts. Start your auto trade at 9 o'clock. Done by 11, 12 o'clock, and go get a life after 12 o'clock. So this is the way we are trying to approach those auto trades, in a way where from 9 to 12 and you are done, and then this is it. Nothing we can do. And we should be releasing it as soon as possible. I will be releasing it, and we will be doing it live here also on YouTube once it's done and it's released. As you see, folks, today the market is very chopped. Yesterday was extremely good, but as we see, there is nothing going on the ES. The only movement is the CL because of the trouble overseas. And all the news coming from overseas, and now the Nasdaq is climbing to the 9010 level, and is going to be reject from that number as a short entry. So for the guys are going long, you should not be going long as a short trade only on the Nasdaq, and you gotta be careful. On that trade. So there is a short entry at 9010, and the CL probably, if we are breaking the 58.56, there is a good potential to hit the target 3. The target 3 is 58.42. ES. If you are not in a trade on an ES, you can put the limited to trade on 32.70.75. 32.70.75 short trade on the ES right there. If you want to follow us on the sim. We're not responsible for your trade, but I'm not expecting this ES, neither the Nasdaq, go to positive. And as we see here, we have a re-entry point on the Nasdaq, and we have a re-entry point on the pullback re-entry on the ES at 32.70. This is a different type of a CL, and it was done by 9 o'clock. And you can see, says here, target hit. Also started here earlier today, and it was done in no time. This is also a beautiful trade. And there is a lot of winning trade, much more than a losing trade. And we are trying to do everything on 3 minutes and keep everything on 3 minutes. Beautiful. Of course, we are going to provide template for CL. You don't have to tweak anything, sir. You will have templates for the CL, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and we tell you, look, if you wanted to trade ES, you use this one. If you want to trade CL, use that template. If you want to trade NASDAQ, use that template. We will give you everything with you. Also, we have modified the A scalper, B scalper, and C scalper. We have added on that I7, and also we are testing those. On this one here, this is the B scalp entry from that new auto trade. We have modified that as well, and you get the templates for A scalper, B scalper, and this one here, it is on a $600 because I'm using only 2 contracts on those, and it hit the target on the CL. ES, now it got a little chop, a little nasty, but on the ES we have a 325, and we have 1 trade on the Russell. I don't care about the Russell. The main important things is the ES and the CL, and this is also what we are trying. The B scalper is for overnights. We have modified that on that auto trade. And then we have modified to market order, and it is we have also designed it when it is very chop, or for overnight. You can use the A scalp, the B scalper reversal, and then you can put it on 1 contract or 2 contract for overnight. For the smaller size account money, still. I mean, we just recently started now on this one. You are already 845 on that couple of charts. I mean, it still is much better than some other trader is trading with this one here. And then we have this is the A scalp. It's now taking the trade also. And as you see, yesterday we have modified the A scalp, and as you see, it is yesterday. I swear to God, it was over 15,000 on the A scalp by itself. What we have done, we have changed the filters on them, and we have give you an option, very simple option if you want it, just an ATR filter option, and there is some other options you can add on it, but very simple. We're not using any filters on it, but we have modified that. It is an extreme. And then we have a trade on the YM. And this one here, it is, we have done also, we are thinking about, this guy doesn't want to do anything. You just give him that setting and tell him have a nice life, you know. Because no use to sit down and if he's not interested in learning, you cannot do anything. Sometimes we cannot have our children listen to us. Why a grown man has to listen to us? That's his right. So that's what we are doing. We are building that big auto trade in one pot, and every trader will be using it to his style. And then we provide templates. Solid templates, not those normal fake templates, that we have tested those templates on the performance, and we are agreed on those templates, and then we send those templates to those traders. And any modification, we send the templates to the traders, because I'm not gonna sit down again. We wasted 10 years. I tried to teach a trader how to optimize, how to do this forward testing, back testing, and it was a nightmare. I don't feel like want to do it anymore. I'm bored with it. So the only thing what we can do, give it to the traders, the templates, and get rid of him and get it over with. If he's not gonna want to learn, you cannot make him learn. So this is and this way, that big auto trade, absolutely, I will keep my eye on it. I can control it much better than the others, because they require too much space. But I can keep my eye on that auto trade and say, okay, there is a new modification, then we can modify that, and we look, because when the ES crossed the 200 day, moving day average, the whole market changed attitude. The 10 days, the 50 days below or above, and we are aware of a guy has no clue the guy is auto trading. If today I can ask 100 trader today if the ES above 200 day moving average or 50, and he has no clue. He has no clue where is the ES. So it is not his job. I guess it is our job. So I don't know. But we will keep our eye on it, and if there's any modification, we modify it, and we alarm the traders to send out the new template if we think there is changing in the market. So this is how we are working on that direction here. So as we see, there is not much. The market is a bit dying here, and as you see, what I have said, this is a re-entry point from that area on the Nasdaq, and that's exactly what happened. The market came in, and we took a short trade. This is where we called it, and if you go back to the video, that's exactly where I have called it, and it came in right to the tick, and coming into the support to the 903. And now the Nasdaq is stuck between 90, 10, 50, and a support area 9003. So it's a back and forth between this area here. So you have to be careful with that one here. On the ES, I'm not expecting the ES, especially be careful with the long trade. I'm not expecting the ES to go anything above the 3270. 75. I'm not expecting that. So this is actually a short entry right here, right now, and there is a heavy resistance above this area. So if you want to follow those trades on a sim, you're very welcome to follow those trades on the sim, but I'm not expecting a long trade on the ES. It's going only short. If you think you missed the boat on the trade, you just put a limited order, not market order. You can put it at 3270.75, 3270.75. Sell limited order and wait till this market drop, because I don't see this market going up today. For the Nasdaq trader, there is no swing trading on the Nasdaq trading. It's gonna go up to the 901050 and a descent to the 9003.300. So this is the only trades we have available at the moment. There is no movement. You see how the ES rejected, so there is no long trade, and is chop in that area. So be careful. There is no long trade on the ES. Be careful, guys. It's only short. Those are the scalpers, and it's coming the signals from the right upper corner from the market analyzer. If we look at the ES, this is very confirming. If we look at the ES, that's why I said there is no long trade. If we look at the 1 minute, there is a lot of resistance area here. It's not doing, and we have a signal all the way down here to 32.69. Then if we look at the scalper, we have a double resistance at 71.25 and 71.50. And look at this, it's very loud and clear that ES is not going above that area here. So that's why there is no long trade on the ES. So we just if we look at Russell, there is not such a big trade on the Russell. Also now the Russell it's gonna bump into this 71.4 and 71.2. So this is not a really exciting trade either. You gotta be careful with that. The CL, I'm expecting it to hit the target around 58.40, some, and then is over at 58.40, 58.45. We are done with the CL. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'll stay quiet for a few minutes. Thank you. There is a new signal on the YM 28875, target 28913. Thank you. This is the modify a scalper market order, and you don't have to do anything to it either. And we still have one trade on the YM, and this one nailed. You see, this is why I like this. I can extend the target. That's why I like that type of an automated. But you can use the signal as a fully automated. You can do that. The system telling me to exit on the ES at 3274. But here is a resistance line. If I can grab more, why not? We have also the ES is taking a trade. So this is the newer version. We have combined the A, B, C scalper, I7 entry, and two different entry on those as well. And we are going very well with it. And now the trader have an option to do whatever he like to do. Also, we combine on this one here the C scalping. As we see, the ES has not crossed the 3274. This is where the system expected the target to be. And let's see if we can nail a little bit out of it. So, guys, again, this is our biggest problem. You cannot auto trade day and night. You need to stop. You need to come in around 9 o'clock, done by 12 o'clock, and get a life. And as we see here on the ES has not been able to go above what the system expected, 3274, and it is very loud and clear. There is a pullback, is coming back to the 3272.25. The trailing stop is a fib line, and the second target on the ES closed, and it is a break even. So one thing is about the full automated trade. If you want to, uh, and you're happy for, and you want a close position, you have a few seconds to do that. You can go ahead and take it, take the needle and close it. But if, let's say, you want to put it here, it can stay for a few seconds till the bar close, and then it's gonna go back to an original. So you still can, go around with your trailing stop, because well, this time didn't go back. I must be putting it in the right place, and there we go. Okay, this one closed. Though I have no trade on the scalpers except uh, the the ES, which it is my fault. I extend the target to the 32.75 and did not climb to the 32.75, but we'll see. This is a very simple on the B scalping. We are using only three charts, like what I have told you, the basic CL, ES, Russell, and the CL. If we look at the CL, it is a $500 target, fine. ES, it is right now is about to hit $1,000 on the ES by itself, based on two contracts. So still there is a lot of option for this guy. Have a smaller account, and then on the Russell we have $120 right now, and this is your $120. So if we think about it, this can be, is it tradable for $5,000 account? Yes, it is. It is more than enough to it is more than enough to trade to under $5,000 account, a couple ES, and there we go. And the CL, it is just because we are testing, is $600, and this is not bad. So if we can earn for the guy has money on a daily target 1,000 plus minus. You're gonna have some winning days, you're gonna have some losing days at average, because you're gonna have some losing days. And the funny story, when you tell a guy there is some losing trades, some days you're gonna lose, the first question he asks, what's wrong with your system? As long as you are trading, you're gonna have a losing days, period. So if we are on $1,000 a day and you have some losing trades, so you are average around $750 a day. If you are on a $500 trades a day, you will be averaging around $300 a day. Still, it is a very serious money on those, and nothing wrong with that. So this is the B scalp testing the new system. We are putting it on the i7, and we are. This is the new upgrade. All of them market order. There is no limited order. And the B scalper, we are using only 2 contracts on it. So this is very good. On the A scalper, we are using 4, and I think we deserve to use 4. And now we are. What it does, it just take one good entry to nail the 1,000 on it and call it off. So this is really very good, and it broke even right now, so there is no use to so if we can catch the trend one time a day, I made those 4 contracts based on $1,000, and it's over. And if you have 2 contracts, it's based on the $500 on the trend, and then it's over. I'm really looking forward. I think Russell just took a trade. Russell did wonderful on that trade, and now we are going short. And there we go. We have a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond from the market analyzer, swing trading. That is going to push the ES up to the target at 32.75.75. So I want to show you the C scalper. I'm testing the C scalper today on the CL. I don't care about this. I'm just showing you what's going on. And I'm only, it says here on the market analyzer, I'm testing the C only on the CL. I don't want to be all over the place when I'm testing something. So this is on the C, and all of it in one auto trade. This is what is nice about it. All of it in one auto trade, and you can combine 2 entries like a B scalper, C scalper, A scalper, reversal, symmetry, B scalper in conjunction with symmetry. And when you combine those 2 entries, so you are putting 2 algorithms in the market stand 1 algorithm. So sometimes 1 algorithm in the market is affected, or maybe the way the market is moving is not having an impact on your. It's not working today, the way the market is moving, it's not working with your algorithm, but when you combine two, three algorithms in one pot, and each one of them, we have been working on it for many years, has been tested for many years. We have sent out before the C scalper by itself, and A scalper by itself, B scalper by itself, symmetry by itself. So we know those systems. We've been having them for so many years. And now what we have done, we combine all those algorithms and make one algorithm out of it. So those are not new to us, all those entries. What we have done, we have modified what we have for the last 6-7 years. And those last 6-7 years, we have built a very good idea which each one of them limitation, and then what we have done, we combine them, and that's why, and I make one big algorithm out of it, and that it is a nightmare to put it together. But we did not add on the system something we are not aware of it. We don't know anything about that indicator, or we don't know anything about how is the system going to react after 1 year, because things can change after 1 year. But all those entries, we've been having it for many years, and we know what they can do. And then one day I said, well, how about if we combine all this algorithm in one and let them work together instead of working separately? So on your new package, you're not going to have any more an A scalper, B scalper, C scalper, the institutional auto trade, the reversal auto trade. You're not going to have all those, because we are going to have put all of them in one big auto trade, and that big auto trade you can reverse the market with. You can trade it with a trend on the breakout, or you can trade it with a pullback re-entry, and always the system trying to because when you put two different type of symmetry in there and a reversal, so if the auto trade taking it a long trade, and now we are going to the to reverse, then the other one step in and reverse the market. So this is a very clever what we have done, and the most we wanted to is to be friendly use. It's not to be complex and complicated. We want it to be a little bit, more friendly in a way. So this is the way it is working right now. As you see, also this is based on two contracts. We are testing it, and no matter how much money you make, guys, you need to close everything at 12. That's it. When we were younger, 20 years ago, we used to jump from one market to another, European, then the US market, then the Asian market. Now I don't even look at the market after 12 o'clock. So I'm no longer interested into anything anymore after 12 o'clock. I'm going to be quiet for a while, and it seems like we nailed a little over 2,000 on the CL on the way down, and now we are taking a new trade on the CL, as you see here. So The Nasdaq, there is not much going on in the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is really a chop market today on the Nasdaq, and the ES. I'm gonna leave the target, the new signal on the ES 32. You know, I'm very busy. You can see the new signal here on the first column. I don't have to call the trade. You can see this new signal on the first column here, and it tells you what's going on. I don't need to do that. And we had the entry new signal at 32.73.50, target 32.78.50. So this is not bad. This is the swing trading on them. And then this is the, I don't know, I still, I'm getting a question about which, I like to be in charge with my trade. I mean, to me, I am more comfortable, my friend, with this type of trading for me. Okay? But if somebody don't have the common sense, what you want to do, I mean, he cannot read the market. What you want to do with him? I mean, you cannot force him to sit down and learn the market if he doesn't want to learn the market. So for a guy has tried and fell, then I mean, has nothing to do with somebody smart or not. It has to do with somebody have a patient or not. Let's put it nicely. Or serious or not, serious enough or not. For me, here I can be in charge. I can extend the target. I can close position. I can see dangerous. Maybe on that trade I make $100, $50. The next trade I make $500. I'm in charge. With that here, with this kind of trading, you're not in charge. You're just waiting on your luck. If the market is good, you're gonna earn thousands of dollars. Like the scalpers yesterday nailed 15,000. And today it's not gonna nail 15,000. Maybe you will walk away with a minus. I don't know. So this is, you are at the mercy of the market movement at the end. It's nothing to do with your auto trade. Of course, the auto trade has to be consistent. The auto trade has to be well done, engineered. Absolutely. I mean, but at the end of the day, if this market not willing to give us money, then you have a problem. So here you are at the mercy of the market movement. Simple. You don't have a career here. You have a more gambling way. You are trading on that type of a trading, and both of them are in your package. And the reason both of them are in your package, because we are hoping that one day you will be upgrading yourself to say, I want to learn how to trade. Because this one here, you don't need any guy to sit down in a room, teach you how to trade. You just follow the signal, let the auto trade take in the trade. The only thing you need to observe here in this area here, when the market starts sinking, and cover yourself and run. You're not at the mercy of an auto trade between a stop loss, trend and stop, and all this. Here, as we see, the ES is sinking, and maybe I wanted to do a very tight stop loss on it. I can gamble with a few ticks here and there, and hoping that this market gonna go up, and I can walk away with $10 minus in my account, then $200 minus in my account. Here you are in charge. That when you see the market is sinking, you can take a solution. You can do something about it. But when you are using a normal auto trade, you are not in charge. You're just luck. So the higher risk on that kind of trading, this is a much higher risk. You have a very high risk. Also, we have done, also on the new system, we have put the buttons short only, as you see here, long only, or close position. If you think you're happy with it, you still can interfere with the market, but you have limitation. I mean, if you are happy and you see now the market is start sinking, you know what? Close position. There we go. I close position. You know, so this is very nice. You can close position and protect your profit. But I tell you one thing, my friend. Uh, for the last 10 years, over 500 traders. I hardly see any trader use any of those buttons here, honestly, and they are totally they just don't want to use it. Yeah, they don't want to say, okay, you know what, short only. You see it like this. So now what you are doing, you're correcting your, in a way you are trading, but you're correcting your auto trade. There we go. You see, I'm telling them, give me short trade. So on the thank you, Mr. So if I want to take a short, I just put a short only, and then the auto trade can figure out on the first 1 and 1 is equal to 2. It's gonna take a short trade for you, you know. And if it's, the terms are not right, it's not gonna take a short trade. Maybe it's gonna take a short trade an hour from now or 15 minutes from now. I don't know. But this is for the last 10 years, I can count on my finger how many traders use the buttons. And when you tell them to use the button, no, 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 I get too nervous. No, 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 no. I was abused when I was a child. I cannot push buttons for many reasons. No, 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 no. My wife make me do the dishes. I don't have time to push the buttons. I get nervous, you know. So we heard all the stories, you know. So you can do that. But this is a higher risk trade because you are at the mercy of the market every day. You might walk away with $15,000, and you might walk away today with a big banana, and nothing you can do about it. On that kind of trade here, I can say, you know what, I can extend my target a little bit, or I can go ahead and now you can see on the ES came back to the fib level, took one of the trades out, and now is climbing. This is a very long trade. Now I say, you know, I'll put it whatever the system telling me to, or if I want to, I can say, you know what, I'll move a little bit my trade and stop and secure some of my profit and call it off. So it's also, again, it's up to you how you want it to play the market. I cannot be with everyone, but both of them also, you need to have a little knowledge when to start, when to stop, and when to say, okay, the market is sinking today, so maybe I need to stay away. And if you are a little bit civilized, you know, like this bee scalper, you're walking away today with $1,400. What else you need? The CL hit target. The ES now have a $25 down, and the Russell is just taking a trade, long trade. So this is very funny because the ES is taking a short. I like that. Actually, I like that. The ES taking a short and the Russell is taking a long trade. You can see it's a long trade on the Russell and a short trade. So either direction the market is going, one of them is going to make money, so the other one is not going to be losses on it. Because if the ES going to go down and I'm losing money on the Russell, I'm not really losing money because I have recovered immediately from the ES. And if the Russell made money and the ES did not, then I'm covered by the other one. So I'm either direction, I'm not losing money here because the ES is on a short and Russell on the long. So I don't know which one. Eventually, one of them is gonna close, and the other one keep going. You know, so I love hedging the futures. It is the best things ever with the hedge in the future. If you have one ES, one CL, it's much better than If you have two contracts on the ES and two contracts on the CL, it's much better than to have four contracts on the ES. So if we ate a banana with an ES, at least we have the CL running. If the CL, we got hit with the CL, we have the ES is going to cover for us. So, and I notice when the ES and NASDAQ are sideways, most of the time the CL is running. So that's why you cannot say I only trade ES. If you notice when the ES, NASDAQ, and YM is in jam, is stuck in a channel, it's not moving. Look at this. This is not a movement. You can make a money out of it, whether you are auto trading or whatever. This is not a movement to trade, really. So um, um, when the ES and Nasdaq are not running well in the market, normally, if you look at the CL, is given a good performance and is running. Why? Because most of those guys that they've been around, when they see this ES got caught in that channel or there is no movement, and on the Nasdaq there is no movement, they refuge to the CL. So it become a higher volume on the CL. There is a lot of traders are trading. You know, not the amateur traders, but the guy knows what's going on. When I see the Nasdaq is stuck in a channel and the Nasdaq there is nothing to trade, I cannot pick up anything from that trade here on the ES. It's not moving. It doesn't matter if I'm auto trading the ES. It's not picking up anything. We are on that trade on this ES with the auto trade forever. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting there, with $125. There is nothing in there. So if we look at the CL, we can see the CL, there is movement in the CL. So we refuge to the CL to earn our money. So and now if we look how they work together when we are hedging, putting all our eggs in one basket, we have the ES is making $150. That's fine, and the Russell on that entry is eating banana going south. That's very fine. That's very fine. I'm still gonna walk away plus if you flatten out with this. So eventually, the Russell is the stop loss is gonna stop that Russell, and if this market is trending, we're gonna have much more bread on the ES going with that direction. If we look at the C scalper, it just closed the 1600 on the C scalper, just 1600. Beautiful, nice, sweet. 2 trades, not 4. Here the trades 1, 2, 3, done. 1600. And we are modifying as we speak right now on the C entry. We are doing some modification on it. So we are increasing the trades on the C scalp, and we've been testing because we wanted to have the C scalper to work perfectly on an ES and a CL. So today I'm testing only I cannot be all over the place. I'm testing the CL, but I'm gonna increase it a little bit. I'm gonna lose the nut a little bit on the. So we are in the process modifying more improvement on the C scalp, but I love what I'm looking at on the C scalper, and this is the C scalper as you see. Wonderful, nice, done. But we are gonna make it a little bit more aggressive entry on that one here. Oh gosh, it's 11:12. Folks, we are Okay, guys, we're gonna sit for a while, and I will be taking a few minutes of break, and okay, we stay quiet for a few minutes. Thank you. This is to our traders. This is every day the same amount of money every single day. Like this clock is 1250 average. As I said the beginning of my webinar today, every single day on the ES 1250, not 1300, not 1400, not 800, but the average. If you start, we've been if you start this one at 9 o'clock, 4 contract 1250, 2 contract 750, and so for the guy doesn't want to deal with the market, you put him on an ES and tell him a trade. Now, in some of the algorithm, we have like on this one here, the best performance is on the ES 1250. When you're going to the supermarket or when you're trying to use money, you don't say this is from the Nasdaq money or a YM. Money is money, and especially if a guy auto trading, I don't see what is the difference between a banana and an ES. So if this guy is only interested about auto trading, it doesn't. For the guy is a manual trading is a total different story. If you want to manual trade then the DAX, you have to be extremely fast. There is no time for when you trade in the DAX in the morning. We don't have time to say, should I take that trade or not? Take it or leave it immediately. You don't have time because like the DAX bites you. If you want to trade the ES, you have to look at 3 different high time frame, which we have combined that, and we already have the market analyzer combine all the high time frame. But when for somebody is auto trading, doesn't matter where the money coming from, whether it's from a Nasdaq or a Dow Jones it doesn't matter where it's coming from, as long as it's coming from the. So if you put them on an ES in that condition, that's very fine. If you wanted to trade the CL, then we put him on a different. This one here is a 1300. This one here is the same auto trade, but the setting on this one here, it is perfect for the CL, and this one is perfect for the ES. The performance on the symmetry with the CL is not that great, but the performance on the ES with this one here, every single day, like this time here, now is 11:26, and somewhere around there in this level 1250. Oh, by the way, we have a new signal on the gold. I don't know if there's any gold traders and there, and we have also on the scalper a new signal gold buy. That means the market is going to go further down if it's really going down. So this is the CL, require a different approach, but you can see it's a different approach. And the ES require a different approach. And then we have still one trade on the Russell. It's right there. Also, if we look at the Russell today from 9 o'clock time, beautiful, no losing trade. On the ES, we only had one losing trade today from 9. Even on that one here, you can, for people live in a different country, you can start trading it early. If you're in England or somewhere, you can start early on that one. And we have the YM. The YM is not doing extremely well on the symmetry. It is sloppy. It is all over the place. I'm not too happy with the symmetry on the YM, but I'm very happy with the ES, and it is going hand in hand like a gloves with this ES and all what require. But I mean, can you imagine? We've been on the same trade from 10:30 and now it's 11:30. We've been 1 hour on the same trade. That can drive anyone crazy. I don't have the patience to do that. But if we think about it, how many guys has been traded today on the ES and how much money they lost, and we can see it immediately from when we started the webinar. There is not much going on today, and this one here is just going, keep going, and so there is a 2,500 here. Let me show you. Look, when somebody is not looking at the market, on the scalper, we came in, and the scalper target was 3270, and that little things came in. The system expected on the scalping to exit at 327025, and we have it at 3270. So we missed that trade by one tick. I mean, the system, every trade estimate where you need to exit is different from one trade to another, depends on the market movement. The YM is about to hit the target. Folks, that's all what we have for today. I want to wish you, today is a Friday. No, today is Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm the one who's got his wire crossed. Tomorrow, we will see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And I want to wish everyone a very pleasant evening. And we still modifying on that auto trade. I'm trying to show you what we are doing on the next upgrade, and I'm expecting another week because I'm putting a new entry for. We have some guys, they are Renko bar lovers. So with the Renko, I hate Renko, and so what we are adding an entry with a Renko bar, and once we do it and test it, we will be lock it and send it to every trader, and we are going to work all year long on the private webinars on that auto trade until it gets out of your ears and you know how to use it. So the last 2 years I've been teaching how on a YouTube here. There is 2 years videos how to trade, and I put 2 years live how to trade. The response was 50%. But this year I wanted to what we do, we switch from 1 year to another. We try to find a balance between a manual trading, which you don't get too much response, and an auto trading you get a lot of response. But we need to find a balance, because also it's not fair for those traders want to learn, So we have put out 2 years live on a YouTube how to trade, but this year I don't want to teach too much right now. I want to teach how to auto trade. This year is going to be auto trading until you get the idea how to auto trade, when to jump into an auto trade, when to exit. And I'm going to try to consist on keep giving our clients a hard time to trade from 9 to 12. When we're trying to give our clients hard time, not in a bad way, in a good way, where to as a big brother, call it, or whatever, but we try to say to customer, I want you to trade from 9 to 12, and I'm not going to give you any support after 12. I'm not going to even talk to you after 12. So uh, most of our problems is those guys that want to auto trade 24/7. They don't understand that uh, you hit $1,000 today on an auto trade, uh, leave it. Don't mess with it. Don't poke with it. And on that new auto trade, do you really think anybody has out trade you with this performance? Do you really think anyone has out trade you? And I don't want to add the CL on it. If you want to see, the CL is already done long time ago. Hit $1,000 on the CL. But I don't want to do this. I like the performance on the other system, the same system, but the other approach on the CL. So I want to stay on the symmetry here. And do you really think on a day like today somebody else has outperformed you? No, no way. And I look forward really to release that. So we're gonna be this year. There's not gonna be too much teaching. It's gonna be auto trading, and I have something on my mind. Hopefully, I don't want to talk about it, but I have something on my mind. Hopefully, also we are working on a new project as well. Once we are finished with that, we have another project. I never stop, guys. For the guys know me, I've been in the trading now live in the public for 10 years, but I've been around for 28 years, and I never stopped. I never stopped because this market, if you were struggling in 2019, you're gonna die in 2020 if you're not careful. And the 21 is gonna be harder. The reason is the algorithm got so much better. The computers got so much powerful. Everything is got, and you cannot come in with a Skoda out of a date from the 70s with a MACD and a Renko bar. It's been around for 10 years, and you're gonna take out the whole market. You know, this is not gonna happen. And if you don't stay upgraded, constantly trying to keep, we cannot even keep up with the market. We have two full-time programmers, and we are behind. We are way behind because by the time we are developing something, there is something else coming out, something else coming out. And I don't understand how a guy think by gluing couple out-of-date indicators from the 70s, you think you're gonna come and earn 100% in your trading. I mean, you cannot do that. The algorithm, the speed, computers is changing by the minute, and you have to upgrade by every. So the minute we are done with this, and we the minute we are done with this project, now we have one programmer is trying to upgrade the new entry, and we're going to be testing it next week. And I will be testing it with you here, guys, on a YouTube. Probably I will get it somewhere on Saturday. And then with a Renko bar, and then but they're gonna stay on the minutes. And then the other programmer is working on a newer project, also a different type of a project. So by the time we send out this one here, we are working on something else. As always, we are working, trying to improve. It's not anymore we have a situation about the trading and make money. It is how you want to translate that to amateur trader. It is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. You have two challenges in the market. First, you have to understand the market in order for you to make money. And that takes time. That takes years. Okay? And then On top of that, you have to understand, which we have learned a lot for the last 10 years, dealing with the public, how to approach a guy don't know anything and he want to fly. So this is the biggest challenge. It's more challenge than to teach a guy to learn how to trade, because it's a matter of time this guy learn how he trades. But some people take him 6 months, some of them take 1 year, but he will get there. And some people will never get there, you know. But this guy, the ones refuse to get involved in the market, this one here is more difficult guy to put him on the right track, because he don't understand anything. If this one don't make money, that means the auto trade is not working. He will not look at the market. You know, he have it either black or white. Those are a very challenging customers, really, a nightmare customers. So that's where we are trying now to put all our experience for the last 10 years in the public. It's not to make it work, it's how we can deliver it in a friendly way and be consistent when you give it, and a guy is going to rack everything, you know. It's exactly giving a Ferrari to a guy don't have a driver license, he's going to rack it. And this is exactly how it is. You're going to provide a tool, and we are hoping he's not going to rack it. So this is a very, very challenging on us. And we're still on the sim, but we will be going live once we are done with it, with the real money. And we will be testing it also live in here also, you know. And so I want to say thank you very much for today. For all the ones that want to talk to me, request, support, all this, we are gonna grab a bite to eat, and then we will be start pushing one after the other by numbers. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.